The Ynez Chumash Environmental Office prides itself on all of its projects on the Chumash Reservation, but one of the most visible efforts performed by the office is the grounds maintenance surrounding the Tribal Administration Building, Tribal Health Clinic, and Learning Center. In addition to keeping the grounds looking good, the landscaping crew does so with sustainability as a top priority. The crew of the Environmental Office maintain approximately 5 acres focusing on sustainable landscaping practices. Our goal is to keep the grounds as true to their original form as possible and be as resource efficient as possible. We do this by installing native plants, using organic and natural soil amendments, utilizing compost generated from on-site food scraps and green waste, and performing maintenance methods by hand. The San Ynez area, where the reservation is located, is a very dry environment, and therefore the crew additionally focuses on water conservation practices such as efficient irrigation, rain catchment, mulching, and using drought-tolerant plants.
This particular garden here is about 1,500 square feet and used to be a lawn, and used to require 25,000 gallons of water to maintain. What we did is we got approval from our business committee to put in native drought-tolerant plants that are also culturally significant. By putting in these plants, we were able to cut our water use by 24,000 gallons a year, and now we water as little as 1,000 gallons a year. We have a drip irrigation system and contoured landscaping, which is just contoured to let the water soak into the landscape. Now our culture department can gather plants for basket weaving and cultural purposes. Additionally, we use the water from the reverse osmosis system in the tribal hall to water the landscaping. The excess water is caught in our rain barrel system and is used later in the dry months. Despite our focus on drought-tolerant native species, the tribal administration also has a lawn which we utilize for ceremonies and celebrations. One of the sustainable approaches we've taken with lawn care is mowing it with a push mower, and one of our team members is able to mow 9,000 square feet of lawn in 45 minutes. Some of the benefits associated with a reel mower is lower maintenance costs, no fuels and no oils, no noise pollution, and no air pollution.
Ecological benefits of sustainable landscaping. Healthy habitat. Most of the plants in our landscape here are native, drought-tolerant, and culturally significant. These very unique and diverse plants flower almost year-round and provide food and habitat for the wildlife and beneficial insects, especially pollinators.
I definitely think that there's a significant relationship between the environment and the general health of a community. It seems natural. We work at a health facility and we're providing a lot of wellness and mental health activities, and so we thought that a medicinal garden would go very well with our idea of general health and then integrating cultural aspects into overall health. And we also thought that working with the environmental department was a natural marrying of some of the expertise that environmental has and then some of the expertise that we have working on wellness.
Cultural benefits. By using culturally important plant species in our landscape, we are able to provide a connection to our Chumash culture. These plants are not just there to look good, but are utilized by elders for ceremonial purposes and by our culture department for education. We have plants such as sage that is used in ceremonies, deer grass for basket weaving, and other plants used for food, medicine, and more.
I feel good about the decision to move from high water using lawns and ornamental plants to more drought tolerant and sustainable native plants. There's the green aspect to it, as well as the culturally significant aspect, where it's not only cost-effective and sustainable, but there's a cultural use, whether it's through the material use, the medicinal use, or as a food source. I think there's a strong connection between a Chumash individual and a native garden or a sustainable garden. There's a real cultural connection. These are more than just decorative plants. They have uses for healing, they have uses for food, they have uses for everyday life. So I think there's a real strong connection. I think when Chumash individuals put these plants either in their home or they're part of a commercial landscaping at their offices, it's more than just plants, and there really is a special connection and something you don't see with typical gardens.
In addition to our sustainable landscaping services for government operations, the Environmental Office provides a variety of services to the entire community. We are responsible for managing environmental programs on all 137 acres of the reservation. To learn more about the projects of the Chumash Environmental Office, visit us on the web at www.syceo.org and like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Chumash Environmental Office. Thanks for watching.